Great SpaceX channel, where you can find a lot of interesting information related to space exploration and SpaceX. First of all, let's play a small game with us. What's the size of a school bus that travels 8 km or 5 miles per second and takes some of the coolest pictures in the universe?
The answer is right above you. Literally, about 500 kilometers or 340 miles above you technically. If you haven't got a clue yet, and let's face it, the answer is in the title of today's episode, it's the Hubble Space Telescope, the most important tool that we have for understanding and discovering more about our universe. However, there is something going on with the telescope, and it will most likely stop working forever.
So, in today's episode, let's take a look back at the great contribution it has made to human space research and the problems it has been facing. What do you know about the Hubble Telescope? The Hubble Space Telescope, often referred to as Hubble, is a space telescope that was launched into low Earth orbit in 1990 and remains in operation.
Though it wasn't the first space telescope, it's got a badge for being one of the largest, most versatile, and world-renowned vital research tools, serving as a public relations boon for astronomy. The Hubble telescope was built by the United States' own NASA, with contributions from the European Space Agency. It received its name in honor of the famous astronomer Edwin Hubble, the scientist who changed our understanding of the universe by proving the existence of other galaxies. April 24th of 2020 marked exactly 30 years since it started unraveling the secrets of the universe. At the time of its launch, the Hubble Space Telescope costed $4.7 billion. And that's equivalent to $9.3 billion in 2020. How did the Hubble Space Telescope revolutionize astronomy and surpass all expectations? NASA officials said in the statement, Hubble has been observing the universe for over 31 years. It has contributed to some of the most significant discoveries of our cosmos, including the accelerating expansion of the universe, the evolution of galaxies over time, and the first atmospheric studies of planets beyond our solar system. Hubble has peered to great distances, seeing the most distant galaxy ever observed, one that formed 400 million years ago after the Big Bang, a mere 3% of the universe's current age. At close distances, it has photographed hundreds of thousands of ancient galaxies that formed long before the Earth even existed, each galaxy a vast and thriving stellar metropolis, where hundreds of billions of stars were born, lived their lives, and died. These galaxies existed nearly 10 billion years before the Earth came to be. The telescope discovered moons orbiting Pluto, and it proved that almost every galaxy has a supermassive black hole at its heart. It has even helped create a vast three-dimensional map of dark matter, a substance that can't be seen and the existence of which we can only infer through precise astronomical measurements of ordinary matter. By any measure, the Hubble Space Telescope is a singularly successful instrument.
However, the Hubble Space Telescope hasn't always functioned flawlessly. It also has unexpected problems. So, what are those troubles?
It's possible that its reign has ended. On June 13th of 2021, a crucial component that operated the telescope stopped working. The instrument automatically placed itself in safe mode, and it notified NASA operators of the situation. The initial problem seemed to be in a memory module in its payload computer, which organizes and controls the science instruments on board the observatory, or its cameras, if you will. There are 5 scientific detectors on board, plus 3 telescopes used to keep the observatory on track, so this computer performs a critical job. A module restart attempt on June 14th failed. Engineers attempted to switch to a backup module, but the command wouldn't complete. They then tried to bring both modules back online, but that didn't work either. There is a backup payload computer, a complete duplicate, that's been idle on board and waiting for just an opportunity. However, this is where things got a bit strange. In late June, engineers switched the backup on and found that it experienced the same errors as the primary computer. That's not good. It implies the problem is actually something else higher up in the hardware chain. Since the payload computer and its backup aren't working correctly, the problem may be in the Science Instrument Command and Data Handling Unit. At the moment, the team is looking at other hardware components on it, including the power regulator and a unit that formats the science data in preparation for sending it to Earth. As of this Wednesday, the Hubble Space Telescope is in stasis. Indeed, NASA sent the space shuttle up to service it 5 times, most recently in 2009. However, with the retirement of the shuttle in 2011, a traditional repair mission is not possible. If it turns out that a repair mission is indeed needed, it would require a spacecraft designed with the capability for astronauts to leave that craft in mobile spacesuits to access the electronics controlling the Hubble. Such a mission would take years to plan. It's just too soon to accept the demise of the Hubble Space Telescope. The telescope's operational staff are both talented and clever, but this could be the end of Hubble's story. Now, would that be a disaster to modern astronomy? The answer, quite frankly, is yes. And no. Astronomers have relied on the instrument for about 30 years. It has generated scientific data leading to countless papers and also gorgeous images that have transfixed the science-interested public. In that sense, an inoperable Hubble would be a devastating loss. However, there's good news on the horizon. A replacement for the Hubble has been in the works. This new instrument is called the James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST, but for the sake of naming conventions, I'm just going to refer it as the JW. In many ways, it is superior to Hubble. 100-fold increase in power and the new telescope's ability to better see infrared light means it will be able to peer farther back into the past. Hubble has captured objects that existed 400 million years after the Big Bang, but JW will be able to see objects 200 million years after the universe was created. Unlike Hubble, JW will not orbit the Earth. Instead, it will be orbiting a location called the Lagrange point, number 2, or L2. If you draw a line from the Sun to the Earth and go about 1 million miles farther, 1.5 million kilometers that is, that's where you can find L2. At such a vast distance, repair missions are out of the question. Combined with the $10 billion price tag of the James Webb, NASA is taking all precautions to ensure a successful launch. Its costs are comparable to Hubble's when adjusted for inflation. Any reports of the demise of the Hubble are still premature, but that day will be a rough one for all of us. Yet, we can also look back and be amazed at what this machine accomplished and what we accomplished with it.
That's all the information for today. If you like this video and would like to see more, click the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when we upload new videos. Looking forward to seeing you all again next time. Bye!